Hey everyone, today I have with me a wonderful artist, Shah. How are you today, Sunny?
I'm good.
Good. So we're here at the Wired Monk in Fleetwood and I see your beautiful artwork displayed everywhere. So tell our viewers a little bit about why it's here today.
Well, I was just trying to get my work out there. That's the biggest thing for an artist, just to get your work out there and seen by other people so it can be appreciated and you can share your ideas and how you went about basically becoming an artist. So I just wanted to put it out there, and it's been a while since I've had a gallery show. I thought it would be kind of interesting and exciting, so that's pretty much the reason.
So tell us a little bit about the artwork itself. What have you displayed, or is there a theme with this gallery?
Yeah, I tried to go, originally I didn't have a theme in mind. I was just gonna throw pieces together and call it a show.
Hey everyone, today I have with me a wonderful artist, Shah. How are you today, Sunny?
I'm good.
Good. So we're here at the Wired Monk in Fleetwood and I see your beautiful artwork displayed everywhere. So tell our viewers a little bit about why it's here today.
Well, I was just trying to get my work out there. That's the biggest thing for an artist, just to get your work out there and seen by other people so it can be appreciated and you can share your ideas and how you went about basically becoming an artist. So I just wanted to put it out there, and it's been a while since I've had a gallery show. I thought it would be kind of interesting and exciting, so that's pretty much the reason.
So tell us a little bit about the artwork itself. What have you displayed, or is there a theme with this gallery?
Yeah, I tried to go, originally I didn't have a theme in mind. I was just gonna throw pieces together and call it a show. But near the end, just before the show, I came up with a theme just to make it like more geared to what I want to do as a career. I want to go into character designing and environment designing for games and films. So I figured it'd be kind of cool to have a show of that, and you don't really get that often. You don't get because artwork that's made for those games and films, they don't often show it unless it's in book form. So I wanted to have a show where you can see character designs, you can see silhouette work, you can see finished illustrations and stuff. So that was pretty much my muse. I thought it'd be kind of cool idea just to share that with people locally. Yeah.
Passionate about, but let's go back a little bit. When did you realize that art was your passion and not, I guess engineering or math or, science?
Yeah. For me, it kind of started off a little late. Like usually I hear most of my artist friends back at school, they say they've been drawing all their lives. They had a crayon, they drew on the walls. But I unfortunately didn't. I wish I did, but you can't go back in time. But I got into art around grade 11. So it actually started off not traditional or digital painting. It started off with spray painting. And what I was doing is making Bob Ross-esque mountainscapes and stuff with spray paint. So that's how it really started. And over time, I kind of evolved into different genres, different mediums. So I went from spray paint to ink to paint to digital paint to sculpting a little bit. I've just been trying around, it's like a drug in a way. You have all of this different ideas, and you have all these different mediums and limitless possibilities. So it's pretty fun. I'm constantly learning new things and finding out through other people what you can do with these new things. So it's pretty sweet.
So was there a teacher in high school who kind of pushed you towards this, or did you take an art class, or what was it really? I know you said spray paint, but was there somebody who inspired you?
There was my teacher in high school, Carolyn Elliott. She inspired me to pretty much just go for it rather than just thinking about it and stuff. So when I started spray painting, I just went for it. I tried out different things, and like I said, I was trying to get an animation, but it kind of just happened along the way at art school. I didn't want to go into animation anymore, so it's never really, you don't want to get stuck on one thing. You want to just go with it and let yourself drive you and just let the moment drive you. I went from originally I was going to go into real estate, so I went from real estate to spray painting to animating to illustrating, and now I'm going to concept design for films and video games. So that happens a lot. Yeah.
So that's a huge spectrum of very, very opposite things. So you said that you were going to go into real estate. Is that what you were kind of being pushed to do, or was that something that you wanted to do before you realized you were good at art?
That's something that I kind of not really wanted to do, but it just something I was hey, I could probably do that. My dad's in real estate, so I was yeah, I can do real estate, that's not bad. But then after a while, I actually stumbled upon art in a way. I was actually in grade 11, it was a winter time, really cold, didn't want to go outside. My parents were away in Vegas somewhere, and I was looking at YouTube videos and I found this spray paint artist, Brandon McConnell, and he spray paints. I was like, oh, that looks fun. So I went to Rona and got some spray paint, and it just happened. I just started painting. Our ping pong table was destroyed because I had no tables. So, and yeah, so I don't really know. It just happens. It blooms out of nowhere. Yeah.
So this is, I guess, the end result of you being kind of rebellious when your parents were away, is now that you're going into the art field. Are your friends and family supportive of your choices?
Yeah, surprisingly, they were really supportive. I wouldn't have thought it because I was really freaking out. I was like, oh no, I destroyed the ping pong table. What are they gonna do? I'm not thinking about real estate anymore. But it was okay. They were really supportive. My friends were really supportive, and like it went on pretty smoothly. And they let me go to art school, so that's pretty supportive. And they're letting me go after my career choice, and I'm really happy for them. I'm really thankful for them. They helped me a lot. Yeah.
Was there ever a time that you were drawing something or thinking of an idea and you just couldn't produce it, and you were just like, you know what, maybe this isn't what I should be doing? Like, have you ever stumbled across, I guess, speed bumps?
Oh yeah, there's been lots of those. There's actually a really good quote by an artist or sculptor named Ryan Kingsley. He basically says the difference between an amateur and a pro is that a pro lives with his burdens. So an amateur can get some speed bumps and they just quit. And that happened to me. I just wanted to quit. But what happens is throughout those stages, you realize if you're gonna go into this field, you kind of have to work for it. There's gonna be speed bumps, and you kind of have to overcome them, go over them. And I always remember that quote from Ryan Kingsley, and it really helps because I have speed bumps every single day, but you kind of have to live with them, and you learn from them too. You mess up a brush stroke, ooh, but you learn from it a lot. You know not to do that, or you want to do that next time, to change it up. It's all experimentation, so it's pretty awesome.
So it's definitely a very motivational quote. What about, do you have brothers or sisters that look up to you or that you look up to?
Well, I have a younger brother, and he used to draw as well, but he kind of got I would say he didn't really pursue it because he was really into business and sports. So he's pretty much going an opposite way. But I think he really I think he's proud of me. I think he's proud of me because I'm going after what I want, and I want him to go after what he wants too. Because you don't want to do a job you don't like. You want to do it wholeheartedly, and you want to have fun with it. Because what's life without fun, right? Yeah.
So you guys are polar opposites, but obviously very happy for each other. I want to go back to that quote though that you mentioned earlier. Was there ever a time where I guess you presented your work in a gallery, and were you ever brutally criticized for it?
I've only actually had I've had more than one gallery appearances, and there's been sometimes no one's really said it, but I can kind of see it with my eyes, they're like, oh, that painting, but it's okay, it happens. And that was earlier on my artistic career, so I learned from it. Critiques happen, people say bad things about your art. What do you do? It's not gonna change your art. You made it for a reason. It's your reason. People don't understand it, it's okay. So I haven't really been offended by it ever. Yeah, so it's good.
Well, that's definitely good that you won't change your artwork for anybody. But would you ever, I guess, if you were not criticized enough, but if somebody requested you to maybe do a portrait or something, would you ever veer into something other than animation?
What do you mean by that?
I know you want to go into animation for video games and stuff, but if somebody came up to you and said, oh, will you do family portraits instead, would you ever consider changing?
Well, I wouldn't change it permanently. I'd love to do it, it'd be kind of fun, but I would still it'd be kind of interesting actually. It's good to do those small jobs even when you're doing a big career. If I do get into a concept art and stuff, I still would do those small freelance things on the sides, because those are pretty much helpful. They really help. There was another quote by another artist, Craig Mullins, and he says basically you never stop learning, so you should never stop doing, right? So I continuously do studies of really banal things, corners of rooms. It helps a lot. You learn a lot of things bounce light and everything. And to do portraits on the side, even if it's not geared towards your career scope, I would say it's really helpful, and I would still do it. But you have to like put into perspective, because like you're not gonna like just veer into portraiture right away. Like if you want to do it, sure. Like I've heard of artists where they're doing one thing, then they do a whole 360 and go into another direction. Like it happens. Like it's your life. Like you should do whatever you want with it. Like, you know, if you're doing like animation, or if you're doing business, like you can always go into different things. It's not too big of a thing. Like, you know, it's good to take risks. Yeah.
So speaking with you, obviously art is your passion and it's one of your hobbies and you're studying it, but I mean, you must do something else. I mean, you can't do art 24/7. So are there other hobbies that occupy your time?
Yeah, definitely, because like it is kind of tiresome. Like you can't just focus on one thing. Like you kind of, I don't remember the quote, but it was another artist, and he basically says like, your brain can only focus for so long. Like you have to take mental breaks. It can even be in your painting. Like you're painting a really detailed space, you can take a mental break, paint some weird bushes or something. But it's something easier. But what I do is I play sports. I play volleyball, soccer once in a while, and table tennis, my brother. And you know, it's good mental breaks, and you learn a lot from those too, because you don't want to always do like the same thing and over again. Like when I play sports, I'm playing sports and I'm realizing how muscles work, how gravity works, how people look when they're playing sports. You know, it's basically all like you can always take your recreational non-career things and put them back into your career. Like you can always learn from it. Like I've known artists that like, or heard about artists that have been like theme park coordinators, and like they turn into artists, and like they take what they learned from being at a theme park, and they relay it back into their art. So it's really good to take mental breaks and like have a second life in a way. Like, yeah, but I still love drawing, so I do that often. Yeah.
And are you working right now?
Right now I'm still going to school. I just finished my 3rd year at Emily Carr, so I'm going to my 4th year, and this summer I'm just working on my personal work, trying to do as many studies as I can. My biggest thing to overcome is anatomy, so I'm trying to learn anatomical structuring, all the muscles and everything, and I'm just looking for some freelance jobs, which will be hopefully coming around soon.
So advertise yourself a little bit, let people know what you're looking for.
I gotta do that. Yeah, I've started making business cards and stuff, so gotta make a website. Yeah.
So do you have a fan following? I mean, other than family and friends, do people come up to you and say, oh, you know, I really like your artwork, or I want to learn from you? Or what's one of those experiences where, you know how celebrities say, oh, the first time I was asked for an autograph? Have you had one of those experiences?
I've had similar-ish experiences. I haven't really been, that's another thing I would recommend, is get your artwork out there, like put them on like blogs and DeviantArt and all those crazy things, and like just let people see it. Like I'm trying to do that now because I kind of realized it a bit late. So, but I've had some like experiences where like people have seen my work and I don't know them at all. They've seen it through friends maybe, or like a page that I've put up, and it's kind of cool, you know. And we've been going to, like, me and my friends, we've been going to comic conventions in Seattle and Vancouver, and like it's cool. Like people come up and like, hey, I like your artwork. Can you do a portrait, or can you do a sketch? I'll pay you for it. Yeah, so it's cool. You know, it's cool that people appreciate the work I do, and like I'm happy that they do, and I'm hope that they can, like, you know, appreciate it for longer amounts of time, and I'm happy to do it. Yeah.
So where do you ideally see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years?
5 to 10 years, hopefully working as a concept artist, either in-house or just freelance. So that would be a pretty good life, just to make things. And I really get excited when the concept art like makes it so much into the film or game that you can actually see like the connection. Like I really hope that I can, or I will get some of my work into films and stuff. So hopefully that happens. That'll be good. Yes.
Definitely. And I know we have a lot of viewers who are aspiring artists like you. Do you have any words of wisdom for them?
Yeah, I would just say, just go for it. Like I had the unfortunality of like not really going for it in high school, and even in art school. Like my first 2 years, I just lazed around, and I thought like, hey, maybe I'll go to class, maybe I'll learn, and then I'll be a better artist. But it doesn't work that way. You have to really work hard. You have to like drive yourself. Like no art school can really teach you how to be an artist. Like you have to pretty much make yourself an artist, make yourself whatever you want. Really, it doesn't have to be an artist. You can be, yeah. It just takes a lot of hard work, and I would say just get started. You know.